Um, Good afternoon, everyone. So I will lie, I'm a little bit nervous because this is the largest event I've ever spoken at. So, yeah. So my name is Khadijat Ladan, front-end developer, and I'm an avid supporter of communities. So I'm a lead for a chapter of She Code Africa. Um, I'm part of the organizers for GGG Bida. We have a JavaScript Mina community in Niger State, Mina. So I'm coming all the way from Niger State. This is my first time in Lagos, but I'm telling you, yesterday, Lagos traffic 1, Khadijat 0. But yeah, it's good to be here. So I'm here to talk about growing with open source. So a lot of people have come here, they're all like 10x devs. I'm not a 10x dev, so I'm talking from the perspective of people that are just starting out. So we're just coming in and everything. So, tutorial hell. So this is the first hurdle you come across whenever you start. So it's like you've reached a point where you're interested in tech. You've gotten all those people that tell you tech is interesting, tech has money, and all those things. So you've learned JavaScript, you've learned Python, you've done to-do list apps, you've done counter apps, you've done, you've done stuffs with Matplotlib, you've followed some things on Kaggle, all those Kaggle examples for Python. You've gone to Pinterest boards and tried to copy some designs you saw there. You've got on Hashnode and seen some articles. You're there. But then at that point, you're like, what next? You reach a point where you're going in a loop. It's like, okay, I'm trying to do this exactly how the video does it, which is like, but I didn't like the video. Because when you decide to start your own project, you try to copy what you saw in the video on YouTube or like the articles on Dev2 and Medium. But the people that are actually writing the articles and the people with the videos, they are developers that have, like, they're professionals. They have already tested this code before actually doing the videos. So most of it, they've already found, like, even if there are bugs in the video, the bugs are, like, limited. So you don't actually face the type of bugs you face, I bet typo errors or something that you go through whenever you start your own personal project. So starting out, I also faced things like that. And then it was in 2020, I just finished school. All my friends that used to help me while I was in school, they're nowhere to be found. We're all at home. And we just had to find a way. So I found open source. So open source helps you break out of that loop. So if you're into JavaScript, you're on GitHub, you find repos that like have JavaScript courses or JavaScript code, you can contribute. Even if you're contributing to something as minimal as maybe a typo, you'd still have to go through the code from top to bottom to actually search for that particular component that has that typo. So along the way, you're looking at what's going on. You're seeing some things. Okay, I did not think use effect can be used this way. Your curiosity will make you look at what's happening there. So that alone can help you break out of that tutorial hell. And so benefits of open source, like open source has helped me a lot. So I'm always there. Open source and communities are what I'm for. So the first thing is you have to understand what you don't know. So you have to understand what it is they're doing. If the person made a to-do list app with the feature for you to click when something is done, and you being a curious person, you want the option to also be able to click when someone else does it, not when you yourself do it. And then at that point, you're like, how am I supposed to like balance these things? So you now you sit down, you think of what is that I don't know out of all the things that I'm doing right now. You have to understand that Tutorials alone can only show you how to do something, but a lot of times it's not about this guy wrote console.log and he showed something on the console, that's all. But like, why is console.log doing this? Things like that. So, sorry, I don't see the arrival of open source. I passed this slide along the way. But yeah, so you can improve your skills. So as maintenance are profiles. So you get to adjust your coding, like your coding ethics, how you. I'm very sure most of us that are beginners when writing, if you want to do like a function add tune up your variables. Then there's this another thing now. I'm giving you this as probably your first contribution to open source. If you know any form, any open source that I haven't listed there, you can go to this repo. He has a list of different open source projects and different open source events with timelines and everything. If you know something that is not there, contribute to it, open a PR. Thank you very much.